more force, yeah? This is enough. This is enough. We don't be protest. Protest.
Extremist groups have been taking to the streets in the UK in recent months, dressed in black masks to spread their divisive views. This is a worrying trend that has been observed there. Across political affiliations and societal differences, this alarming occurrence has prompted outrage and concern nationwide.
This is enough. This is enough. This is enough. If they were never here, Ajabo, when was the come? We not going around causing Allah here, there, and everywhere. Like the police have said, there's kids here, there's families here. They don't need to be intimidated. We're here to represent, and that's all we're doing.
The emergence of extremist organizations is not a recent problem. In many regions of the world, it has long been a problem. But there has been a concerning uptick in the visual manifestation of these groups in the UK, where they are seen marching through the streets in black clothing with their faces covered. These organizations frequently support views that incite violence, hatred, and division toward minorities, while also cultivating an atmosphere of suspicion and terror.
We're protesting all! We're in a protest!
These organizations may have complicated motivations, ranging from ideological indoctrination to economical discontent. Many people drawn to these groups typically feel disenfranchised and are looking for a feeling of purpose or connection. Regretfully, extreme organizations take advantage of these weaknesses by providing a skewed sense of self and community. There has been significant disapproval of the sight of radicals parading through UK cities while wearing masks. Concerns have been raised by activists, civic leaders, and regular people who have emphasized how undesirable such extreme demonstrations are.
That includes offences such as minor sex crimes, violence, and possession of weapons such as knives.
There have been a variety of responses, including calls for action, fear, and indignation. To demonstrate that the opinions advanced by these radical organizations do not represent the ideals of the larger community, local communities have planned counter-protests. These protests are an essential reminder that tolerance, diversity, and respect for one another form the foundation of the UK. It is impossible to overestimate the influence of the media on how the public views extremism. Sometimes the dramatic media attention given to extremist events unintentionally serves to promote their message and draw attention to their cause. But good journalism is equally essential in refuting hate propaganda. Numerous media platforms have made a commitment to showcasing tales of resiliency, intercommunal harmony, and the voices of people opposing extremism. Conversely, social media sites have developed into arenas for ideological conflict. On the one hand, these platforms have the potential to recruit users and disseminate extremist content. Conversely, they offer a platform for opposing viewpoints and anti-hate activism. Although there are initiatives in place to stop the spread of extremist ideology online, there is still a big job ahead. Extremist speech is frequently favored by the algorithms that generate sensational content, creating a vicious cycle of conflict and separation. The UK government is faced with urgent challenges regarding how to maintain democratic norms while effectively combating extremism considering these changes. It is imperative to have a multi-pronged strategy that integrates law enforcement, community outreach, and educational programs. To counter the risks posed by extremist groups, law enforcement agencies need to have the necessary resources. This entails keeping an eye on their actions as well as interacting with local people to foster collaboration and trust. To address complaints that could encourage extremism, police departments must collaborate with local authorities to ensure a fair and firm reaction. Additionally, educational initiatives that support inclusivity, empathy, and critical thinking can help protect young people from radical views. As they address the underlying reasons of alienation and disenfranchisement, schools must take a leading role in promoting conversations about diversity and tolerance. It is critical to continue being watchful and proactive as extremist groups become more prevalent in the UK. It takes a team effort from all facets of society to combat extremism. Law enforcement and government organizations cannot handle this task alone. Together, civic associations, religious institutions, and local authorities must present a unified front against bigotry. Promoting candid communication is essential in this situation. It can be beneficial to have productive dialogues with people who could be inclined toward extremist ideas, in order to undermine the narratives that support their views. We can foster an environment that deters extremism by encouraging empathy and understanding. Extremist groups are starting to appear on UK streets, which serves as a sobering reminder of the difficulties communities confront in a world that is becoming more and more divided. It does, however, also offer a chance for group action. We can uphold the principles that make up our country: respect, tolerance, and solidarity by uniting against hate and separation. It is our duty as citizens to oppose radical beliefs and back programs that advance tolerance and understanding. The battle against extremism is not over, and every one of us must remain steadfast in our dedication to it. By working together, we can guarantee that diversity is embraced and all voices are heard on UK streets. By doing this, we demonstrate our commitment to constructing a better, more just society for future generations, while simultaneously defending our communities against the threat of extremism.